Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Savannah Suber. I'm a 19-year-old college lifestyle vlogger here on YouTube. Today is a very exciting video and it's out of the ordinary because today I will be unboxing the new camera that I bought for myself. Now, disclaimer before this video starts, I don't want you guys to think that like I bought this camera with like daddy's money or anything like that. Like, I work 3 jobs including YouTube and I've been saving up for this camera for months and I've been wanting this camera for like years. So I thought that since this camera just came in, and I know a lot of you guys who follow me, or if you searched up this video, maybe you're interested in getting this camera, whether it's for YouTube videos or just photography or anything like that. It's a really amazing camera and I'm so excited that I finally purchased it and it's finally here. I've been waiting like a week for it to get here, and I got the camera and all the accessories I'm going to show you guys today off of Amazon, and I will have all the accessories linked down below in my Amazon storefront page. And just to let you guys know that if you do purchase anything through my Amazon storefront, I do get a little commission off that, so if you use it, thank you so much, but if you don't, that's totally fine too. And also a pro tip, if you have a Discover credit card, if you buy anything off Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and Target.com in this quarter of the year, so October to December, you get 5% cash back, which was great when I purchased this camera because I got a lot of cash back because this camera is expensive. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the unboxing. And yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say. So yeah, let's get into the unboxing. All right guys, so I'm unboxing this on my bed, which I don't know if that's like the best idea because, like, you know, Corona, but I'll wash these sheets, so don't worry about it. I just wanted to show you guys first, before we get into the actual camera, the accessories that I have for it. So the first accessory is actually like a screen protector, because, you know, like for the viewfinder of the camera, but it hasn't come in the mail yet. So I'll just pop a picture of it in like right over here so you guys can see that. And also everything, as I've mentioned before, will be linked down below my Amazon storefront because that's where I got everything from. So all the YouTubers that I watch that have this camera, they actually get the little cute silicone protectors for it. So I just got this pink one because, you know, as you guys know, if you follow me, you know I love a good pink moment. So it looks so good with the white camera. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I did get the white version of this camera, the Canon EOS M50. So let's take this out of the box. Get rid of that dingy Amazon box because nobody wants to see that. So let's go ahead and open her up. It's just the Canon EOS M50, and I also got the white version, as you can see, because I don't know, I think it's just so cute. I love a good white aesthetic. You know me, you guys know how it is here on this channel, as you can see my nails and a lot of things I own is either pink or white. So there's that. So we're just gonna open her up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So the first thing you see is, you know, the usual Canon registration information, and then there's also the user manual, and then inside this first flap is, I think, what is this? During my research on which camera to buy, I actually watched a lot of like the videos of setting the camera up and stuff like that, so I'm pretty good on these, but I will always keep these on the side just in case, you know, you never know. All right, so let's open up the camera. Okay, so when you open it up, everything's like prepackaged as such. The first thing I see is this little neck, I think, strap thing. It says Canon on it. This will be perfect for when I like go on trips and stuff like that and want to bring my camera to vlog. I can just hang it around my neck. All right, now let's get into the bulk of it. The first thing I see is, I think, oh, this is the battery. Okay, so let me open her up. But yeah, here's a little battery pack. We're gonna open this. I think this is gonna be the camera, the lens, and then, okay, this is probably the extra part of the battery, as I was just talking about. So let's open this up. Throw the trash to the side. Okay, so yeah, this is a little battery charger. Let's take out the camera, and then we'll take out the lens. All right, and then here's just what the box looks like without all the stuff in it. I always keep the original packaging, like for my technology stuff especially, just in case I ever want to resell it in the future or something like that, or like give it to someone. I can always just have the original packaging. All right guys, so we're gonna unbox the camera first, obviously. So here she is. Boop. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. Y'all, I'm so excited. It looks so good. I'm so glad I got the white one. I had to wait like 2 months literally to get the white one because the white one sells out so insanely fast. So I'm super happy about that. I love the gray and white together. It's just like so cute. I really love that. I'm really glad I waited the extra couple months to get the white one. Here are all the controls. This is the record button. This one is, I'm not really sure what this is. Manual function. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I'm not like a super camera person. Here's the on and off switch. Here's like the little knob thingy. It's the viewfinder. Again, love the gray and white. Here's a little viewfinder. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then when I flip it around, Oh, my fingerprints already got all over it, lol. But this is so pretty. It's gonna be weird for me to get used to filming with like a viewfinder on the side and not on top. It took me forever to not look above the camera, so now it's gonna be weird to like transition to looking at the side, if that makes any sense. Actually, I forgot. Before we put the battery on, let's just go ahead and put on the little silicone case for it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look adorable with this on. I love it. That's freaking adorable. And it makes it a little more like easier to grip too, which I really like. It makes me feel more safe holding it and stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna take the battery out. I was just charging for a little bit. It's not all the way charged up, of course, because I just plugged it up for like 10 minutes, but I'm excited to see how how long this one will last. I might get a second battery too. Just because I hate when I'm in the mood to film and my batteries are always dead. Okay, so there it is popped in. Guys, so I didn't have the camera on when I turned it on for the first time, but basically I just set up the date and time zone. So I just have it set to what time and date it is. I'm just going through the other settings. I'm not gonna do any of like the shooting settings now, just because I don't really need that. Okay, I'm dumb. I forgot that obviously I need to put the lens on. So we're gonna do that first. So I'm gonna turn it off. And we're gonna take off the like protection thing. That looks so fancy. And we're gonna put the lens on. This is just the standard lens that comes with it. It's just the Canon, oop, you can't see it. Let me put this in focus. It's just the Canon 15-45mm lens. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take this off. Oops. All right, just pops off like that. I'm just gonna throw that to the side. And I'm gonna put this on first. So you just gotta match it up. So you have to pull this little tab back right here and just match it up to the square and then twist it on so it's set. And then there is the lens. She is very cute fun and fresh. She's ready to shoot some footage. So let me do the first ever camera test. Oh my goodness. Guys, this quality is insane. Like, this is my genuine reaction. I'm not trying to like over exaggerate, but this is such an upgrade from my last camera. I want to see what it looks like because, okay, so if you guys don't know, I film in my basement, and because that's where my room is, I don't have any windows. There's no natural lighting in my room. So when I film, I have to have not only my 2 studio lights on, but like these overhead lights in my room, and it's just like a really poor lighting, which is where my other camera like kind of falters because the lighting is just not very good, and that camera's not very good at like low lighting settings. So let's see how this one. Oh my gosh, guys, this is freaking bomb. Like, I still look really clear. It's following me with the autofocus really well. My other camera has autofocus, but it's not as good as like this. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking awesome, guys. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna shut up now because y'all don't care. It's just me hyping it up, and let's see how much the zoom is. Oh my gosh, you can see my pores. All right, guys, so before I end this video, I do want to just recommend to you guys, if this camera is too expensive for you, because literally, y'all, like, I paid, I think, about $690, so pretty much about $700 for this camera, which is, for me personally, a great investment because YouTube, for me, I do make money off of YouTube, and I also take a lot of pictures and stuff like that for Instagram, my other social medias, for like branding and stuff like that. So for me, upgrading to this camera was kind of a necessity, honestly. But if you can't afford to upgrade, because this is like a DSLR camera, it was literally like $700, which is totally understandable. A little bit about me: I've been doing YouTube for, I think this August was my 7-year anniversary on YouTube. My first video was in like 2013, and I filmed that on my iPod Touch 4, and I have had my fair share of filming on phones, iPods, and kind of working my way up camera wise to get to where I am today on YouTube. So the camera that I recommend for you guys, if you can't afford this one, is to get the Canon SX740HS. This is kind of like a dupe for the Canon G7X that every YouTuber freaking uses. I swear they all use that one, or they use the EOS M50 that I just have today. My cat's gonna be in the background of this video. There she is. This is an awesome beginner camera if you're just starting out with YouTube, or even if you have like a little bit of an audience and you want to just kind of not film on your phone, because I film so many videos on my phone and it would be so annoying when I try to edit because I would have no storage left, or I couldn't edit on iMovie on my phone because either like I didn't have any storage and then I'll try to delete the videos off my phone while editing them, and then it would just ruin the whole video, and it's just a whole process. So if you want to break away from using your phone or whatever kind of device you use to film, highly recommend this camera. This one was about $250. And I got it like a year and a half ago, so you could probably find it for way cheaper now. I'll leave a link to it down below if I can find it anywhere. I just love this one because, especially if you are like blessed to be filming in areas with a lot of natural light, or if you film outside a lot, this camera is amazing. The lens, when you zoom, stretches super far. So if you do like a lot of nature videos, I don't know what y'all do, but like, you know, this camera is an awesome option for that. And it's great for vlogging. The flip out screen flips on the top and you can see yourself when you vlog. The sound quality is great. I really just do love this camera, but yeah, I will leave this camera link down below. It's a perfect beginner camera for YouTubers. It won't break the bank and it gives you really good quality. Alright guys, so I just wanted to conclude the video here because y'all have seen enough of me. Y'all are tired of me. I understand, but I just wanted to, before we go, just say thank you so much for the support on my channel recently. We have grown so much in the last 6 months. It's literally insane. As I said earlier, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, and just being able to buy myself the camera that I've literally been dreaming of, like, this is my dream camera, and it's all thanks to you guys that I was able to afford it, and you guys have motivated me to do more with YouTube, work harder, make better vlogs. And this camera is not only an investment for me, but an investment for you guys, because now you guys will be getting a lot better quality videos. And I'm just so excited and so thankful and so grateful. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe down below. Go watch some of my other videos. I feel like you guys will have a great time here. If you clicked on this video, obviously a higher being told you to do so. It was destiny for you to click on my video and watch me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video.
Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Super exciting day. Look what just came in. It's the Canon EOS M50. I was so excited. I actually got it in yesterday late. Didn't have a chance to unbox it and do a video. But what I did do was I opened the box. The only thing I took out was the battery and the charger because I got the battery charged. These are LPE12 batteries, Canon LPE12s, just so you know. They do fit a few other Canon cameras. And I believe this is the first M series to take the 12. If memory serves, the rest of the M series, I believe, uses the LPE17. So it'll be interesting to see how the battery life is on the M50 with this smaller LPE12. Now, in light of that, the other thing I should mention is I did also get B&H to send me a Watson spare battery. So this is a non-OEM. This is Watson, a brand that B&H carries. I've used these before. I've reviewed these before. I've had very good luck with them. I think they're good quality. The fit and finish on them is nice, and they seem to hold up just as well as the OEM Canon LPE batteries. So this is a Watson LPE12 equivalent. So we do have two batteries for doing the review here with the venerable little EOS M50. So without further ado, I'm super excited to get this baby out of the box and to show you guys the camera. I haven't even had it in my hands. I just, as I said, took the battery out. So that was the packaging for the battery and the charger. We have here some warranty information, actually a fairly thick printed user manual, which kind of bucks the trend lately. A lot of people aren't giving printed, a lot of companies I should say, aren't giving printed user manuals. So we've got some paperwork there, and now we're getting into the good stuff. EOS camera strap for the M50, and you can see how it's packaged nicely in the center there, packaged protectively. And let's just slide the box away for a second. We've got some bubble wrap housing the body. Wow, I don't even have it out yet, and I'm already struck by how small and lightweight this little camera is, which is part of the reason for going mirrorless. Wow, very small and lightweight. This is significantly smaller, I would say, than the G85, the Panasonic G85 that I'm filming this video with right now. Very small camera. Fits right in the palm of my hand, but still not too small. I'm already getting the impression of a nice tactile feel and whatnot. You know, sometimes a camera can be too small and light, and you have a hard time getting you almost need child fingers to push buttons, and I'm not feeling that. It's about the perfect size to go just small enough but not too small, is what my initial thoughts are right off the bat taking it out. What else we got in this box here? Okay, so this is the kit lens. So this is the kit with the 15 to 45 IS STM, which is that right there. Let's get that out in just a second. Just want to see what else we have in this box. Oh, what am I saying? This is not the kit with the 15 to 45. It does have the 15 to 45, but it also has the 50 to 200 kit, 55 to 200 IS STM. So this is a dual lens kit, and I intentionally got that kit because I wanted to have a long lens to do a review on it and show you how this lens is here. So this is the 55 to 200 IS STM, and this is an EOS M series lens, so no adapter required. And this is the standard kit lens that you've seen before with other M series cameras. This is the 15 to 45. So that's the 1545 IS STM lens. Yes, IS STM. Yep. So it's an STM lens, it's image stabilized, and 1545, which frankly, as I've said before, gives this lens a bit of an advantage because it's a 15 instead of an 18. So you're getting 3 extra millimeters when you're considering you're already using a crop sensor, so 1.6 crop on Canon APS-C. That's giving you wider than if you're using 18. And not only that, one of the drawbacks, as we've discussed with the M50, is the 4K has a pretty heavy crop in 4K video, about 2.56 times. So the additional 3 mils there helps with that, as opposed to if we had a 18 millimeter kit lens. For instance, if the Canon 90D comes out with the same type of 4K video, if it has that heavy 2.5 times crop factor, an 18 mil, you're going to notice the difference between that, especially if you want to use it for vlogging or up close. The 15 is advantage to the M series, to the M50. So, the beautiful little M50. Now, first and foremost, let me put these lenses to the side here. Let's put them over here. Try to bounce all the stuff on the table. I've heard other reviewers, I've been watching other reviews just to, with the excitement of the M50 coming out, and say that the M50 feels cheap, cheaper, plasticky. And I have to say that I'm not feeling that. The rubber on the grip feels really good. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels nice under the pads of your fingers, has a nice tactile feel. The camera feels well put together. And it doesn't, it feels like the top, I'm not saying it is, but it feels like the top deck on here is metal. And regardless if it is or not, it has a nice fit and finish and a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel cheap to me. I was impressed by a couple, I shouldn't say impressed, but it was impressed upon me by a couple of other reviewers when they were opening or talking about the camera, the M50, that they thought it felt plasticky and cheaper. And as you know, I've been trying to figure out where the M50 actually fits in comparable levels of DSLR lineups. So that had me thinking that maybe it was a lower, more of an entry level, but I wouldn't say so based on fit and finish. I'm actually quite impressed with the fit and finish of the camera. It has the very nice, vari-angle touchscreen LCD. Let's pop the battery in here. So we have let's see, you slide it out. I thought that was a switch, but it's actually a removable hole cover on the bottom of the battery compartment, which makes me think, I'm going to have to check into that, but that makes me think that we can get an adapter for the M50, because why else would you need that hole in the battery compartment? At least that's what I'm thinking it's for. We'll check that out and get back to you. We'll put the battery in here, and I didn't bring a memory card in here with me, but that's all right, because I just wanted to turn the camera on, show you. Okay, you've got your initial setup screen, so it's wanting me to go into date and time setup and everything there, but you can see the nice, our standard vari-angle LCD that we're used to seeing on an 80D or something like that. It's a decent, it's touchscreen. It's something that I'm looking forward to using because Canon's always done a good job with that, and it's been a carryover that way as far as like what the advantages of it and what we've had on like the 80D. Let's take the cover, the front lens cap off, or the camera body cap, I should say. Let's put the 1545 on here, and That's a nice size little lens. It maintains the small and weight feel of the M50. And we've got, looks like we've got there we go, a little lock on there for when when you close it down, it locks into place. It's probably just for safety and for making sure it doesn't get damaged in transport or when you put it away in the bag, just keeping it as small as possible. But that's the lens fully extended and, you know, small, lightweight. And actually the lens has a nice fit and finish to it. Let me just double check here. Take that off again for a second. It looks to me, I'll have to double check that, but it looks like the 1545 is not a plastic mount on the lens, but I will double check that. It looked like it was metal. And the fit and finish of the lens itself, it has a very nice zoom ring to it. It's not the smoothest one I've ever felt, but it doesn't feel terrible. It's not as smooth as, say, the kit lens on the Fuji, the XT20, my favorite little 18 to 55 2.8 to 4 that I always say is the nicest kit lens ever. But for a very inexpensive lens with a great range, it looks decent. It's got a nice, you know, fit and finish on it. It's decent. I'm not saying it's a high-end, you know, Leica lens, but it's a decent little lens. I would go so far as to say that the fit and finish and even just the visual aesthetic of it are nicer from an initial impression of than, say, the 18 to 55 that we get as a kit lens with a lot of the Rebels like the SL2. It's a nice little lens. And again, it's STM and it's an IS lens. We've got the 55 to 200. Just to show you what the difference is here, let's close this lens down and put the front cap back on. We'll pop that on so you can see what the M50 looks like with the long lens on it. There we go. Got our dots lined up. So this is, should probably put a cap back on here. This is the 55 to 200 on the M50. And again, still pretty small. The camera and the lens are smaller than, you know, fit within the length of my hand. Not even that long extended. So maintaining a compact telephoto lens, that gives you 200. Bear in mind, field of view on 1.6, we're closer to 300. And also with the 2.56 in 4K, you're getting even more reach than that. So if you want to extract stills from video, or if you're shooting video in 4K, it's going to give you quite a good reach with this 200. Same build quality, fit and finish as the other kit lens. Not stellar, but very nice. It's a plastic lens, but it doesn't reek of feeling cheap or anything. It's just it's a bargain value lens. IS STM, so it's image stabilized. It's got the STM motor in it, and I think the pair of these is a great option for the M50 or any of the M series cameras as a couple of kit lenses, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get it in this configuration with these two lenses to show you, because I think, and I'm going to have to evaluate this and shoot with it, but I would think in the M series, you know, I have my top 4 recommended lenses, top 4 best value lenses for Canon, and those are basically the APS-C lenses. We've got the 50 f1.8 STM. Now that's not an APS-C lens, that's a full frame lens, but the 10 to 18, the 18 to 135, and the 55 to 250. So in the M series range, I think these are replacing that in the sense of there's your long telephoto, here's your standard kit zoom, 15 to 45, and then we'll have to look and see whether I would still recommend using the 50 with an adapter or whether I would recommend one of the native M series lenses. Granted, the M series lineup is not very mature right now. That's one of the weaknesses at the moment of the M series is the APS-C M series lenses. Hopefully, we're not going to see them not start to flush that out and concentrate too much on full frame mirrorless, which we know they're working on. Hopefully, we'll see more lenses in this lineup. But anyways, that's the camera. Initial impressions are really good. Actually, I think it's a sexy little camera. It reminds me more of an M5 than, say, like an M100 or something. It's a very nice looking little camera. It's one of my favorite looking mirrorless cameras. I love the size and the weight of it. I love the feel of it. As I said, it doesn't seem cheap to me, as other reviewers have kind of alluded to. It seems to me like it's a very nicely made camera at a very good price. I don't get the impression at all of it feeling cheap or low end. So I'm pretty impressed with it. Initial impressions. Looking forward to shooting with it, getting it out there, getting some shots, playing with the video. I want to see what the 4K is like. I want to see how this crop affects me. I want to try the Canon app, see if we still get tap and focus with it. I want to try the slow-mo, the 120 frames per second. There's a lot of things I want to try with this camera in the review, so stay tuned. I'll be addressing those. We'll be putting out smaller videos addressing each of the questions, and then we'll be doing a comprehensive review.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Canon EOS M50 as my budget vlogging setup. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Canon EOS M50 kit that I have here apart and talk about each piece individually. Alright, so now that we have this thing taken apart, let's go ahead and go over all the pieces that I use on this kit and why I use it. First up is the switch pod. This is a $100 tripod slash handle grip. It's a super nice build. Really durable. It only weighs about 11 ounces. It's super compact, and it actually has the 1/4-20 mounting point on top, so you can mount your camera or other devices on this little tripod. Next up is the Ballhead X. This is made by Joby. Now, this isn't exactly necessary, and it's definitely up to your preference if you don't want to use one of these, but I find that it's pretty useful in my setup. One is being that you can loosen this big knob here, and you can adjust the ball head itself so that you can rotate it at different angles and even have vertical recording. The next one is you have the secondary knob here, which is the smaller one on the bottom, and this allows you to rotate with a fluid head on a tripod or other device. Like I said, not exactly necessary, but definitely beneficial if you like to have those features. Now, most vlogging cameras that you go to, all of them have their own microphone built in and a speaker. And that brings me up to my next point, which is the Rode Video Micro. This thing is such an amazing microphone. I've had it for over 6 years. I've used it indoors, outdoors, activities, long hot days, long cold days, you name it, I've been there with this little microphone. At such a small price of $60, this thing has been amazing and has lasted me for such a long time. Not only that, but the actual quality that comes out of this microphone is pretty amazing. You'll notice here that it has this big fluffy thing on top of it, and this is actually so that you can block the wind when you're recording. By having this little windshield, you're able to record outside and not really hear any wind at all, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. And last but not least, one of the best features about this little microphone is that it does not have a power source. There's no need to turn this thing off and on, which in my experience has saved me a lot of time in post-editing and audio correction. I can't tell you how many times I've been out recording with my powered microphones and I've forgotten to turn it on, and I got no audio that entire day simply because I didn't have the audio switch on. With this little microphone, you don't have to worry about that, and this will save your butt so many times for that exact reason. Alright guys, next up is the lens. This is the 10 to 18 millimeter EFS Canon lens. Now, most of you may be wondering why I'm using the EFS instead of the EFM model. And that's simply because this is cheaper and I had this more readily available. If you look online right now, the EFM lens is about $399 and only fits the EFM. If you don't know, I also shoot on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K here, which with an adapter is an EF mount. By having this lens as well as the adapter to my M50, I'm able to share lenses between the two. Many of the benefactors that I will say about this lens is that even though I have many EFM lenses, the autofocus on these lenses seem to work a lot better in many cases. There's been a lot of times where I have the pancake on my M50 or even my EOS M and it's constantly chasing for autofocus, and I don't seem to really have that issue with this thing. The dual pixel autofocus seems to work a lot better with this lens for some odd reason. Not only that, the price point of this is $250 compared to $400, so it's definitely a better budget option. It's pretty much the same length as the EFM wide-angle lens that comes with the Canon EOS M50. I would definitely recommend this one over that for that exact reason, and if you have multiple cameras such as the 70D or 80D, or even the EOS R, and you also have the M50, you're able to share your lenses, so this is definitely a great option if you're also in that same boat. Now, speaking of adapted lenses with the EFS and EF line, I would definitely recommend picking up an adapter that is suitable for your camera and will give you the most durability and consistency with your lens. You'll notice here that this is a Comlight adapter built for the EFM body to the EFS lens. It also has the autofocus function built in, so your electronic autofocus is transferred over to the lens and you have that autofocus capability whenever you mount your EFS lenses. Now, last but not least, you can't go anywhere without this budget build without going with the Canon EOS M50. And the reason why I choose this camera itself to do vlogs is simply because It is super compact and has some of the best features out of all the cameras I've seen and used. The main one being that this camera is able to shoot 120 frames per second, 4K, and it has a fully articulating screen like so. And for vloggers, this is a necessity to have whenever you're recording selfie videos. The Canon EOS M50 also has the dual pixel autofocus and 1080p. It does not have it in 4K, which is, in my opinion, totally fine if you're using wide angle lens. And in most cases, everybody that records on YouTube doesn't really shoot or watch YouTube in 4K. I've been a fan of the Canon M50 for the longest time. Even though I have had hate for Canon for limiting their devices via software and firmware, I do feel that this is still one of the best cameras I've ever owned. And I would highly recommend checking out the Canon EOS M50 for your vlogging videos. If you want to see more content recorded with the Canon EOS M50 and vlogs, definitely check out my Vlog Life playlist that I have in my channel below. They are somewhat dated, but they are definitely usable and amazing vlogs. I really love using this camera just because I feel so safe having this with me at all the time, being so compact. It doesn't feel like I'm carrying a full video rig around with me. And I seem not to be bothered as much carrying this thing around in comparison to my Canon EOS R or the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. Alright guys, that is the Canon EOS M50 budget build that I have for today. All of this is around $1,000. Even though it is a whopping $1,000 in comparison to many other camera combinations, this is relatively one of the cheaper ones that you can find. And in my opinion, it's one of the most worthwhile budget builds you'll find out there. Well guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments regarding this build, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll also be putting all the links in the description below, so if you want to check out any of those items, they'll be there for you. As always, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
1 year in camera years is like 30. So the Canon M50 is getting pretty old now, but it's still a great camera. So let's take it out for a spin and test it in 4K and 1080p to see if it's still worth buying in 2020.
Bring it back now.
It's the new year, so I'm writing out our new goals for 2020. Visualization is important. Speaking of visuals, Emily's dragging me out for a walk right now, which I usually wouldn't enjoy, but we get to test out the Canon, so let's go. First things first, I want to give you guys a little mic test. Now, usually I would have an external mic plugged in because the M50 does come with a mic input. It's the standard 3.5mm AUX, but I haven't got the mic plugged in right now because I want to give you guys a sound of what the onboard, the internal microphone is like. And it's actually one of the best on the market, especially for an entry-level camera for beginners like this. Microphones don't tend to evolve. Their technology doesn't tend to progress very quickly. It takes every few years, as opposed to photo and video, which changes every few months. So it's pretty safe to say that this mic is going to be pretty good for the few years coming. Okay, now to get to the good stuff. Let's test it in 4K. Everything I've filmed so far has been in 1080. Let's test it in 4K and then compare the both side by side. The first thing you're going to notice is the crop. So I've still got it on 4K now, and you'll see, look how close I am, even though my arm is fully extended. You need like the longest arms on earth to be able to vlog in 4K on this camera because the crop is brutal. I mean, it's still great quality, especially for B-roll, but I exclusively choose to shoot in 1080 when using the M50. 1080, so much better. Look at this, look at this. Now, the battery just died, which is one small gripe that I do have with the M50. It is my go-to vlogging camera. I love it more than any other camera I've used so far. Not because it's the best, but because all round it's good in every area. But the battery pack, it says it's fully charged, and I usually get about an hour, maybe 2 hours use out of it. So I always have to have spare batteries on me, which I don't right now, which is why I'm on my phone. But yeah, that's really the only small gripe that I have. Oh, please say this walk is almost over.
Need to stop walking.
Going for a walk on the 1st of January, the middle of summer in Australia, especially in Queensland. Ugh, ugh, whew. So, closing statements. Are there better cameras out there? Yes, of course there are. Are there better vlogging cameras out there? Probably, but for a cheap price, for beginners, for an entry-level camera, this, I think, is perfect, and I think it's going to do just fine for the next couple of years. It is the go-to camera for most YouTubers and most vloggers, and there's a reason for that. So pick one up while you still can. That would be my advice. I think it'll probably last you a good year or two, and it's a great place to start as you get used to photography and videography. I can't even think right now. It is just way too hot. Yeah, throw us... Yes, become one of our love... Yes, become one of our very much... Yes, become one of my very much loved subscribers. We're gonna break 10,000. This is the second year doing this every week, and we're gonna break 10,000 subs. You're gonna help me do it, each and every one of you. I just love you for it. Leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. We will catch you in the next vlog.
Hey co-host, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Miss Deja Nicole here, and as you guys can tell by the title, we're doing another unboxing. We're doing another unboxing. We're doing another unboxing. I'm so excited for this video. The last few weeks I've been making you know, some pretty steep purchases and investments for my YouTube channel. If you guys caught last week, we went ahead and did an unboxing for my MacBook Pro, my first MacBook I've ever had, and today we're going to be unboxing a new camera. I went ahead and picked up the Canon M50 camera. I did a whole bunch of research before I purchased it. I actually ordered it like almost 2 weeks ago. Then I got it in the mail like a week and a half ago, and I'm just now opening it up. This is my very first camera, you know, just like I said with the MacBook, another milestone, another goal accomplished. This was on my little vision board list, so I can mark this off too. So yeah, let's get into it. But before we move any further with the unboxing, if you guys haven't already, you know what I'm about to say, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know, I'm just a girl that love God, makeup, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you guys want to be a part of this journey with me, definitely go ahead and click that button. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up as well, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I upload next. Okay, now let's get into it. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, I did pick up the Canon M50. So this, I got it from Best Buy, and I actually got the video creator kit. So it comes with the body of the camera, the lens, a mic, and an SD card. So I believe if you just purchase the camera by itself, it really just comes with the body and the lens. You don't get all the other stuff with it. You got to purchase it separately. So I thought this was the best for me. I don't remember the exact price off the top of my head, but I'll leave it somewhere in the video. But I believe there was only like a $50 difference if you just got the body of the camera itself versus if you got the video creator kit. So I thought, hey, why not? It's a better investment, might as well get this. So let's go ahead and get in a whole different frame so I can show you guys the unboxing. All right, y'all, so here it is. You guys have seen the box 50 million times. I got my handy dandies here just to get this part open. Okay, here we are. Okay, so as I said, when you get the video creator kit, it does come with a SD card. This is just the standard, the smallest size, the 32 gigabytes. Okay, so the first thing is the mic. It did come with the Rode mic, which is very popular when it comes to filming and stuff. This mic is very, very popular. It's supposed to be one of the best out there. I'm just going to use this one from when I'm filming, like at home. I'm going to buy a smaller one to attach to the camera when I'm vlogging and I'm outside, because I feel like this is just like way too big and I feel like it's going to be mad noticeable. And then I am going to get a dead cat, which is the thing that you just put over the physical mic to just block out if it's like windy and stuff like that. You can still hear yourself and not hear all of the wind. So here it is. This is the camera, the box for it. You know, you got the description, you got your barcode, And this is the lens that it comes with. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, so it's looking like, first you have your warranty for the camera that came with Canon. I did get the Best Buy, the like Geek Squat protection too, but you do get a physical warranty that comes with the camera itself. And then you have your user's guide, the manual, which is going to be very helpful for me because I've never ever had a camera before. This will probably be the only time I actually read a manual out of something that I purchased because I need to know what's going on with it. And now we're getting into the camera. Okay, so you have your strap. It's just a Canon wrist strap. It's not the neck one, which I probably will buy the neck one because I feel like that'll be helpful when it's time to be out and vlogging. But you just have your, you know, your standard Canon design wrist strap. You have your standard Canon battery. And then you have the standard Canon battery charger, the charger pack. Now this one is just for, if you have, it's just for one camera. I was trying to find the one that comes with the outlets for like 2 batteries, just so I can, like at night or stuff, I could be charging both of my batteries at the same time. I was looking for the charger cord, but this is it's cool. You just flip it up. So I'm actually about to go put this battery on the charger now because I was watching a lot of people other unboxing videos and the battery wasn't charged at all, so they really couldn't film right away. So I'm gonna put this on the charger really quick. So this is the camera. It's so nice. It's a lot smaller than a DSLR. This is a mirrorless camera, and then they have the grippy part on the side because this is where you're really going to be holding it, and then they have it on the back on the flip screen as well. So this was a plus for me, that it comes with a flip screen, so you know when you're recording by yourself you need to be able to see if you're in frame and what's going on. So if you're like recording something else, it'll show like the normal way, you know, if you're looking through something. But then if you're recording you and you want to see it, you can flip it and you can see yourself. So that was definitely a plus for me because I feel like myself and I need to see what's going on. Okay, y'all, so the battery is on the charger, so we can get some juice before I start trying to film with it to see the difference. But isn't she so cute? She's so lovely. So I'm so excited about this. It's super lightweight, it's not heavy at all, so again, it'll be perfect if I'm just at home doing videos or if I want to take it out on the go and vlog. It does come with a little screw at the bottom so I can attach my tripod, my selfie stick, or whatever to the bottom of it to vlog, or if I want to carry it in my hand. It does have this grippy part like I said before, so it makes it really easy to just hold. I'm sitting here over here talking about the camera and I ain't even opened up the lens. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, and then this is the lens. This is the lens that came with the camera, but again, it is interchangeable, so you can switch it out. This is the, let's see if I can find, I forgot where it is. Oh, so this is the 15 through 45 milliliter lens, and it has image stabilization to it. The only thing about the M50 and the lens is that you can change lenses, but because this isn't a DSLR camera, there's only a certain amount of lenses that you can use with it. But the plus side of it is you can always buy an adapter, a Canon adapter, which so the adapter would just help. It's universal to all lenses, you know, no matter what. So you just put the adapter on here first, and then you could attach any type of lens to it itself. But if you're just strictly trying to take a lens to attach it to the M50, there's only a certain amount of lenses that you can use. So let's go ahead and put the lens on. So you just unscrew that and it comes off, and then you just take it. Wait, I could be wrong. Curves, you want to make sure that that is lined up so you can screw it in, and bam. Oh, there you go. When you hear that click, that's how you know that it is locked. And then let's go ahead and take the cover off, and there we are. Let's actually record and see what's going on. Okay, so this is just on my phone right now. Let's flip it over to me. Okay, so it is dark time. It is dark time. It is like night right now, so it's like dark. Let me cut on another light because I just literally have the light from my ring light. and let's see the difference. So definitely is, I want to say, a lot brighter. As far as the color is definitely different from on the camera versus on the phone. This is really I feel like I'm looking okay, so first of all, I need to play around with these settings, because these are the settings like straight out of the box. I need to play around with the settings and figure out what works best for me. Settings are super important, because if you don't change the settings and don't figure out what works best for you and your setup and stuff like that, you can feel like the video quality is off and it's the camera when it's not. Like, settings make a difference. So this is just what it is straight out of the camera. It's not bad. It is super clear. Definitely as far as like zoom, maybe let's try and change. How do I do this? Oh Lord. Okay, so that's zoomed in. I don't want to zoom, I want to zoom out. Okay, so this is the farthest that it goes as far as like zoom when it comes to if I'm vlogging myself. I mean, which is not bad. I really don't need like a big old like super background, but again, it all depends on the millimeter of the lens. So if I had like a wider like a larger number, if it was like at 100 or something, it'll probably get like more of like this maybe, but it's perfectly fine to have for vlogging, just to have this angle and shot right here. One thing I'm gonna have to get used to is looking at myself from the side. So the viewfinder is on the side and not up top. When it's up top, it's a lot more like unnoticeable if I could look at myself or whoever, versus it is on the side, because you can obviously see my eyes is shifting. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to get used to. It is super clear though, as far as like my skin. Let's see if it's gonna focus. It's supposed to have autofocus too, which, okay, I have to set all this stuff. This is supposed to have good autofocus, not like crazy good, but it's supposed to have like good autofocus. So we're definitely gonna have to play around with these settings a bit before I be like, oh no, or oh yay. But as far as all of the other videos that I watched, they were super good. The quality and everything was amazing. It's definitely going to be a lot different than your phone. Your phone camera is very different than a camera. My only thing right now that I'm really like noticing is the like richness and the colors. If you guys can tell, I feel like I look a lot more warm tone. The colors are probably a little bit more pigmented, versus on the camera everything is like light, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the settings. So again, like I said, I'm going to play around with the settings and stuff and figure out what works for me. Okay, y'all, so that is pretty much it as far as like me testing the camera itself. Again, off rip, it's kind of just like, I don't know how to feel right away, just because I know I have to play around with the settings and kind of get things to how I like it. So maybe I'll do like an updated video once I get the camera and like the aperture and all that other stuff to where I want it to be, to get the quality of the video how I want it and how I see it for others. Then I'll probably do an updated video. This is definitely going to take some learning and getting used to. I'm gonna have to play around with it, so I'm probably not going to start making videos off the bat with it. I'm probably going to still stick to my iPhone until I feel comfortable and get everything how I want it to be on the camera. So I did actually pick up a case for the camera, a carrying case. I got it from Best Buy as well, just something so when I'm out and about or if I'm traveling and doing other things, the camera can have a place and have a home to stay, so it doesn't get scratched up. I'm able to separate it so I can take the lens off or leave the lens on if I want, but that'll be how that case is how I'm going to be storing my camera, whether I'm home or traveling or whatever. And then I did get an actual like case for the physical body of the camera that I go over it, just so you know the physical body of the camera doesn't get any scratches or anything. It can kind of help stay where it needs. It can kind of just help stay in like that perfect nice condition. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm really excited to see, what I can do with the camera and how it'll kind of just like help take my channel to the next level. And as far as like quality and stuff like that, I'm excited to use it. And there's a lot more events than just click and record on your iPhone. But hey, we growing, we getting bigger, we getting better. So that's just a perfect and great investment. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you have not already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Again, subscribe to my channel. I'm just a girl that love God, makeup, and a bunch of other stuff. And turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I upload next. All right, y'all, I'll see you on my next video. Peace.